Hi and welcome. I've been in conversation with Natasha Sakota, who's a business coach, an NLP coach, a relational counsellor, and also a certified Marissa Peer hypnotist. So Natasha and I have been talking about the Halcyon and hypnosis and how well they work together. And in the last video, Natasha shared how she's been using it so successfully with a client who wants to give up smoking. So in this video, I check in with Natasha. She tells us how her client is doing, but also Natasha talks a little bit about self-hypnosis, and she does some hypnosis on me. So if you want to know a little bit more about self-hypnosis, you're going to hear it all in this video. Natasha, I am so excited to have you again on these kind of little interviews that we've landed up doing, and people are really enjoying, and especially because in the last chat that we had, you were talking about a client of yours who wanted to quit smoking, and you used the hypnosis and the manifesting hypnosis in conjunction with the Halcyon, and you were having very positive results. So with bated breath, I'd love to know, how is your client doing?
Well, I'm also extremely happy to say that since the session, she is using the Halcyon every day and hasn't touched a cigarette.
Really?
So brilliant, brilliant. So I'm very happy about that. And of course, the ripple effect is so interesting because now at work, the colleagues that are smoking are saying like, how did you do it? How did you do it? And she told them, and so I'm again very happy because she gave them my name, and here they are.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
And she also feels so good because she's helped someone else. You know, this is just the magic of this whole process.
So, Natasha, what happens if your client has successfully given up smoking? You've used this manifesting hypnosis on them, and it's really been successful. But a few weeks down the line, or a period of time down the line, something happens. There's a tragedy, there's a huge challenge, and they start smoking. They pick up that cigarette and they smoke again. Do they have to go all the way back to step one? Does that mean that the hypnosis is broken and it can't be fixed? Like, what's the process?
No, that's the whole point. Why we want the two things, the script and the Halcyon.
Yes.
Because during that day, okay, they smoked, but we don't judge, Nick. Everybody can just have a relapse. This is no problem. So it can happen to anybody. We are not perfect. And this is the main thing we've got to know. Right. So we're definitely not perfect. So no problem. They will just, in the evening, go back before they go to bed, listen to the script, which will again reinstall the suggestions. And then the next day, they also have the Halcyon. Okay, so of course, I always come back to this. The person really wants to stop smoking. You know, if the person, they got to believe it. They can say, oh, I want to stop smoking, but, you know, and then they go and sneak out here and there. Then they don't really believe it. So slowly we have to get that want 100%, I want to stop. And then they can do it. But the script, definitely 3 weeks, every night, you got to listen to it. And afterwards, you have a relapse. Okay, you haven't listened to the script 2-3 days, go back and listen to it.
Okay.
Next 2, 3, 4 days, 5 days, whatever is necessary to bring you back. Of course, you can always go back to the therapist, or, you know, you could have
a refresher if you
where we look at maybe you have some resistance. So we also have resistance, and so we may have to look at why you are resisting the change.
Oh, I see. So that then you would spend time identifying what is it that's getting in the way. It's almost like hijacking you.
Exactly.
Okay. And that's okay. So that's another investigation. That's so interesting, Natasha. So listen, lots of people are really interested in hypnosis. And I wondered if we could just pick your brain a little bit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Do you mind if we can talk a little bit? Okay, great. So let's look at hypnosis. I think there's the idea that sometimes hypnosis, you lose yourself. You know, these suggestions, it could be dangerous. Is there any danger attached to that?
No, not at all. No, it's the opposite. You find yourself. That's what's the most amazing thing. It's awareness. You go into a deep awareness of yourself. Okay. You know, knowledge is power, but knowing yourself is empowering. And that, oh God, I get shivers when I talk about this, because it's really, this is where hypnosis brings you. Niki, you are 100% in control. There's nothing I can tell you to do, because sometimes there are even these little jokes like, oh, the hypnotist can say, well, and now you'll have to pay me and buy me a Porsche. Or,
Yes.
If you were not in control, I could just give you suggestions to pay me millions of dollars.
Okay.
No way. You are highly, and it's not dangerous. Of course, it could bring up some emotions. And then we want you to feel those, cry, cough, let it out. We don't want to hide our feelings and bury them down, let them come out. So you could have some kind of an emotional reaction. And maybe at times you may be seeing a scene, but you never relive a scene. So even in the past, if something happened, and it could even be a trauma, you're never actually reliving the trauma, never. You're reviewing it, that's it.
Have you got some tips for anyone who's watching, how we can hypnotize ourselves? Is it a long process? Is it an easy process?
No, actually, I have a wonderful process for you. And this is going to be part of the scripts. And I can show you. Why don't I just show you? Because it's actually very easy.
Okay.
And this is a hypnosis that anybody can do at any time. Like, let's say you're on the plane and you're really tired and you just can't relax. And you want to relax. Yes. You can put yourself into this self-hypnotic induction, we call it, the beginning part, and then sometimes in my script, I go a bit further down. I take you a bit deeper into your internal so that I can give you the suggestions, please stop smoking. Okay. But now I'm just going to show you the beginning part. So, Niki, I want you now to keep your head straight. Usually we ask not to have hands or feet crossed. So just like that. Okay. Keep your head straight. And now open your eyes. And so I want you now to bring your eyeballs up. Look up, keeping your head straight. Exactly, as if you're looking. That's it. Perfect. You're looking into your forehead. And I'm sure you can feel yourself blinking. Yes. That's fine. So just breathe in, continue like this. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep your eyeballs up. And now again, breathe in. And this blinking that can be a bit uncomfortable, it's actually wonderful. This is hypnosis setting in. And you continue keeping your eyeballs up. Let's do it again. Breathe in. Keep your eyeballs out. And now as you breathe out, just close your eyelids down. And now you should feel a little fluttering of the eyelids. And as you feel them fluttering, this is rapid eye movements. And it means that you are incredibly suggestible. And now, Niki, I want you to imagine that in front of you, there are these 10 steps. And now you're moving to step 10. As you see your feet, feel your feet, hear your feet touching each step as you go deeper. You're moving to step 9, and every sound and every movement and every noise around you just takes you deeper, deeper into hypnosis. And you're moving now to step 8, and you can see your feet touching each step as you go deeper. You're moving to step 7. And every nerve, every muscle turns loose, lets loose. And you go deeper. You're on step 6. And you can hear your feet touching each step as you go further, deeper down into an awareness of yourself. You're on step 5 and 4. And you can just feel yourself going deeper. You're on step 3. And here again, you can feel your feet touching the step as you move on to step 2 and step 1, deeper into an internal awareness of yourself. And Niki, hypnosis is not about being asleep. Hypnosis is a sleep of the nervous system. It means that you are suggestible. And I'll just do one little exercise of suggestibility. And thereafter, I will bring you back to full awareness. So, Niki, I want you now to imagine and stretch out one of your arms, your left arm. Stretch it up. Oh, sorry, your left. Okay. And imagine you're holding a bucket. And this bucket is full of cement. And it's heavy, really heavy. And this bucket is pulling your arm down. And you're there full of force, keeping it and holding it. But it's got a lot of pull downwards. And in your right arm now, I want you to imagine, you can bring it up, that you're holding a balloon that is full of helium. It's so light, this balloon. It's just bringing your arm right up, 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 as the balloon goes higher and higher, so light and fair. And the cement in your left arm is just bringing it down, pulling it down towards the ground. There we go, Niki. So that is an example of suggestibility. And now, slowly, slowly, as you listen to my voice, on the count of 1, you're slowly, calmly, easily returning to your full awareness now. Excited to have understood what suggestibility and hypnosis induction is all about. On the count of 2 and 3, you're feeling at ease and happy and relaxed. On the count of 4, you can hear all the noises and movements around you. And on the count of 5, open your eyes, take a deep breath, and see that your arms, one is down and one is up. So you see, you accept suggestions. And that's where I can, the hypnotist usually gives these suggestions to help the clients go through and get rid of what is blocking them.
Wow, Natasha, that was amazing and very relaxing. And yes, I knew everything. I was completely aware.
Yes.
And it was so funny when you spoke about the bucket of cement. I just felt my arm getting heavier.
Yes.
You know,
I should have warned you before because you didn't have place. I should have pushed you back and said, yeah, you don't have place.
And fascinating.
Also, it's good to also have support on the head, you know, so that when you go into hypnosis, you really can relax. But we only did 5 minutes, so. But usually I tell my clients have support on the head or lie down. Fantastic to lie down.
Oh, thank you, Natasha. So if you're on the aeroplane and you're feeling like you can't relax, here you were taking me through it. Do you take yourself through those steps?
You sit there and you say, and you know it already. It's so quick. It's just lift the eyeballs, go in the forward, blink, breathe in and out 3 times. In, out, in, out, in, out. And then you just close your eyelids and you'll feel this fluttering. And then you give yourself the suggestions. Oh, I'm so calm. I love flying. Soon I'm going to just drift to sleep, off to sleep. And you just tell yourself what you want to hear. You can also do the 10 steps that I gave you. Or there, as I said, there's a blackboard of numbers if you want to go really deeper in. It's a kind of a meditation, really. So you can decide. Lovely. But even just doing up, down, you're already in it.
Wow.
So it's quite amazing.
And so I don't want to take up more of your time, but the looking up there, now I know that with certain looking up and looking to the side and looking to the side, you're stimulating your vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is what manages that, you know, the fight or flight or the sympathetic nervous system. And totally. Is that it? When you're doing that, is it to do with the vagus nerve? How come that takes you into hypnosis?
It is actually it's a natural state, because if you watch a baby and they go to sleep, when you see they're going to sleep, they often go like this and you see the whites of the eyes.
Yes.
The eyes go up. And that's what we're doing. We're going into our natural state of kind of sleep, but we enter into alpha, which is the beginning of sleep. You know, those brain waves start to slow down. We tone the vagus nerve. We calm the nervous system. And that's why also with the Halcyon afterwards, all of this is repeated. So
it's reinforcing it.
Known and reinforcing it. So this is all, you know, it's amazing how it's interlinked, isn't it, Nix? Yes.
I love it. Oh,
I'm on the
Natasha.
airplane, just came to me the idea now that you can go, and at the same time you do this, you're looking up, you can do your breathing through the Halcyon, breathe in, breathe out.
Those 3 breaths, you could do it with the
and
Halcyon.
then you just drop
Yes.
it, that's it, and you just go into your flow.
It's endless. It's just,
Yes.
there's so many. Natasha, thank you. I know you're busy.
Thank
Thank you
you,
for spending time with all of us, for whoever watches
always
this.
wonderful, always my
Can
pleasure.
we do this again? Can we check in? Can
Of
you tell us
course,
how your clients are doing, and then maybe even share more stuff about hypnosis?
Absolutely, I would be thrilled. Wonderful, of course.
Oh, thank you, Natasha. Thank you for your time.